This is the triage for Tuesday, September 24th, and we'll get right into it. Okay, so we can do a look at the Chef Workstation repo first. And I don't see anything in pull requests that is new that we haven't triaged yet. Let's see, snap package. And I think we had talked about doing these kind of native things at some point before.
I don't remember having a snap.
Can you say that again, Salim?
Sorry, I was saying like I don't remember having like this snap package, so maybe a little bit of context would be.
I think
Snap is Ubuntu's container-ish way of delivering a thing. So instead of a deb, deliver it as a snap, and the answer is probably no. Especially since one of our 4 components of our product portfolio is a package management. So like adding another package management system. That's my quick take on it, right as I drop, unless you want me to talk more about Snap.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something we should step back and talk about, but it's like the words we could put on there is that we don't currently support Snap for any of our packages, and we would need to talk to internally about whether that's a thing we want to support across the portfolio.
Can we take a look at that KMF fella who submitted it? If that's who I think it is, it's Carl something. Carl Fisher. I think if that's the same Carl Fisher I'm thinking of, that's the Carl Fisher that got an awesome chef award this year.
Okay.
So like, I wouldn't blow him off, but we should maybe talk to him. Like, yeah, what are you picturing? And like, is that something you'd want to work on? We could like, you know,
that sounds
play in the
good.
politics of a contributor, like not blowing him off, but understand what the desire is and what problem that solves and all that jazz. All right, I gotta go help somebody else. I will see you later.
Bye, Rob.
Okay.
Have fun.
Okay, that is the Chef Workstation repo.
Who wants to take action item to put words for Carl on that?
I would like to help, but I don't have full context. So.
Yeah, maybe Salim, do you want to take that one and I can help you with context and word crafting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that, I don't think this one has gotten updated since last week. This is in triage. This has a needs information.
Can I ask a clarifying question? Are we posting these publicly yet? I don't remember.
Yes, as far as I'm aware, they are getting posted publicly.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Gareth in marketing, although I don't know where they go. I've just been sending him the links to them. Okay, so this was an error that we had seen with default chef server HTTP client is not configured, that I thought we had fixed in another pull request. And so now they're getting a different error. So I think it's worth going back and looking into this. Okay, Chef apply. Since there's a bunch of like issues we have never triaged, I try and leave those for the end. And then I can go through
Cool.
and check some of these other refos where we've gone through and triaged everything before. Okay, so those are just dependency bumps.
Probably worth running those through.
Yep. Okay, no new issues there.
I wonder if we can use a GitHub action on those ones that are an auto bump to like do some sort of auto checking that it's going to work all right and like kick off the ad hoc build automatically kind of thing.
Right. I think since it opens a PR, it should kick off a build.
Okay.
But I would have to go check that.
Yeah, I don't know about the build, but definitely the normal pipeline verification. But let's double check for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Oh, I guess you're right. It does. The verified pipeline doesn't actually make us an actual package build.
Mhm.
Let's see. So support Mac OS as a target, which is probably something that should be done.
Yes.
Similarly, support AIX as a target. That one, I don't know. I know we support it for Chef Client, so we should probably support it for Chef Run.
Yeah. I don't think it's a ton of work. I think it's just adding it to that matrix. And then obviously it adds to our test overload. That's the main
Right.
reason we haven't done these two.
Yep.
I'd just say confirmed.
Yeah.
And then maybe a note like we don't have a timeline for this, but we know it's something we'd like to do. Or it's something we think we want to do.
Okay, yeah. So this is getting nodes to run against from Chef server.
Yeah. This one's hard because I think the answer is we probably aren't going to do it,
Right.
just as timing fits with how effortless rolls and stuff. But I don't know that we want to like flat out say that on a ticket, although we're saying it publicly in a recording, I guess.
Yeah, I think some of these, like, I don't think there was the idea of effortless when we came up with Chef Run. And so, I don't know, I think that changes some of this stuff. So
Yeah.
I would agree that we're probably not going to, I could see the inventory stuff coming from a chef server.
I would think it would be automated,
Sure.
but yeah, I'd say we're something like we want to support inventories at some point, but the landscape of the source of those is in flux right now, or I don't know, something like that.
I think I'm just moving away. I guess I'm trying to say, like, that there's been the way the ecosystem is moving is not towards supporting chef server integrations in any environment that is different from like a typical chef deploy, where it's actually calling back into chef server.
Yeah. So it's something like the effortless pattern moves us to a place where the source of truth is different than the place of reporting, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's, I would say cookbooks and nodes. I think that's
Reasonable, yeah.
reasonable. If we wanted to be a little softer, we could like challenge us on this if you think it's a completely wrong position or something. But I think that's sort of given if we comment and leave it open for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, it was our guy while he worked for us that opened it, so.
Right, but this was mostly like collating together two other people's issues. So
True.
I mean, yeah. Support non-omnibus chef client installed.
I mean, this one's closed.
Right.
I think we can close this and say we're only going to support chef client installed through official supported paths.
Right. Yep.
Should we do the exposure of the like time and priorities? Yes, right.
Hopefully we'll get there.
Okay, NXX 404. This probably just needs to get checked again in the latest version of the package.
Yeah.
One thing we need to figure out is when we say like that one where we're like, we're gonna work on this or we need to go investigate it. How do we move this card to our ZenHub board so that it becomes a work item?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if Chef Apply,
Like we should be able to see it in ZenHub,
mm-hmm.
but we don't need to do it here in the triage, but you and I, Tyler, should take after this or sometime this week. Let's figure out what process we want to follow for that, just so they don't get lost.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. So can't have a local copy of cookbook that is also in supermarket. I would lean towards closing this one because it would be nice to try and automatically fix this issue for users, but I think that the bug that is being reported is pretty clear.
Yeah, maybe there's a better error we can put, but I wouldn't prioritize that right now.
I mean, I think this is pretty, like, it is a very succinct error. So so HAB National Parks has a dependency on a cookbook called Habitat. That cookbook is available both locally in the local chef repo and on Supermarket, and the user is not specified where they want that one to come from. So what were you thinking about as in there should be a better error? Like as in unrolling this or something else?
I think about our sort of UX standards that we went through where we don't present stack traces and some of that. Like this doesn't fit with how we presented other errors. But like, I think this is a good enough error that you can recover and get to what you need. So that's why I wouldn't I think it's a thing we should maybe cover. That being said, I don't think it's a thing we should immediately prioritize.
Right. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, I think we should. I like the text, and I think in that stack trace that error is well explained. But if there's a really good error like that, we should totally unroll that and display it at the top level for the user with a unique, chef PO, chef policy 007 or whatever. Okay. I think that was Chef Workstation. Let's check Chef Cly. I don't think that should, well, let's see. Oh, okay.
Pedant.
Yeah, and I think most of these other ones are ones that we've moved in here. Okay, let's go take a look at Chef DK.
Please don't.
That is
Cluster package. I would move this over to Chef Workstation.
I think I would too.
And I think it's probably valid.
And then I think there's probably a comment in there that's we aren't likely to support this for DK, but it's definitely something we need to get in the pipeline for the Workstation.
So I actually think this would be a good sustaining backlog item. Like I think this is something for MSIS. I don't know what our process is for doing stuff like that, John.
That seems reasonable to me. I think the key is confirming with RelEng that we even have pipelines for that.
Yep. I'm sorry, I need to take a 5-minute break. Does someone want to take over sharing?
I can do that if you want.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Are you able to? Actually, you should be able to share your screen. My recording can keep going. Cool. Yeah, so we were just in the Chef DK repo. Okay, my apologies. I will be back in 5 minutes.
No worries.
No worries. Can we? So, is this the one that we were talking? I don't remember. So this one is already prioritized.
Yeah, I think it's That one, and then anything down towards the bottom.
My machine is flying. So let me just put that okay, sorry about that. Okay, then cannot resolve your Ruby dependency files.
I mean, I think that we just need to take a look at.
Snapshot. Okay. So we need to. And normally in Triage, you don't go do the thing. You just put like research, right? Like
Yeah.
information.
Triage needs information. Aspect is
I mean, correctness, because it seems to be a dependency issue, or packaging. Do you have any ideas, or you're? Do correctness. Chef push with Ruby syntax error, isn't helpful. No, push had the syntax error. I want chef push to chef's error. The okay. Chef push lives in chef CLI, so can we move also this one to? Oh, okay.
yeah, it does. And it's part of the policy file code that we're probably going to be looking at.
Okay.
Like, I wonder if this is one of those weird errors where it's like on an early line and we just don't have enough context to present something, because usually we're pretty good about giving where the lines are.
Right. Now these ones are what? Links to. Issues, client issues. And it doesn't have a replicate. Create a policy-based code book that has a syntax error. I mean, if we do have a syntax error, it would be good to display it. But I don't know if your case is true, where if it's too early, we can't really diagnose.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth spending a little bit of time looking at it.
So then information as well. Like the correctness documentation.
Probably correctness.
Do you add any status or not? I'm not.
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, that's probably another one that's good for sustaining, but.
Do we want to move it though to Chef Workstation? Since it's chef push.
I think so, or Chef CLI with the comment that we're moving it over there and we'll make sure it works in Workstation.
I am not an
We'll
admin,
investigate.
so I don't think I can move this. Sadly, all my powers.
Maybe just put a comment that and at me or Tyler that it should move over. Yeah, I'll have to look at what our policy is on who can be admins on the repo.
That's okay. Less power, less responsibility.
Wow, that's pretty. Is that a plugin you have, or is that something built in?
It's actually very cool. It's a grammar.
Oh, nice.
It's really amazing. It works anywhere in your browser, and sometimes even if you enable that.
Cool.
It's so cool. Could you please move it, please? Or I didn't detect it, so not so good.
Hey, it's never a problem to be extra polite. Especially when asking your boss to do something for you, right?
When the stand knife volt list gives valid data back. PowerShells are tested to make a volt and central secure. Link it tries to find the data bag which does not. Or could be better explained. The data bag does not exist or something for us to create the folder. I created the directory manually. It fixed the error, but it's not obvious. Yeah, better error.
I mean, this is really Chef Core, isn't it?
It is.
Or no, Knife Vault, dude. I bet we bring that in as a knife plugin.
Should I do a quick knife volt jam, I guess? No, it's in code then, if it's not there. On the Chef Volt actually has the code for knife.
I'm back.
Hi. Knife bolts, yeah, so is the gem. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm sorry. So should we, I mean, I need clarification. I know I don't supposed to do this, but can I just at least verify if the knife chef gem list, at least to know if cloud issues. So I don't have anything if I do knife involved. I shouldn't have it. So this shouldn't be chef decay then, if it doesn't work this way.
Yeah.
Come on, knife. You can do this. Yeah. Oh no. So we're not shipping that for sure.
Well, it did list some knife fault commands though, didn't it?
I'm sorry. You're right. Today I'm reading so bad. It did the same thing with the team overseas. Yes, you are absolutely right. So then this command is there. Apparently it is. So if it is, then this is just a better error output. And should we move it as well to core, because still this is knife, which belongs to core. Or how do we handle the, like whenever there is an issue coming that is not our issue directly?
I think the question is, do we own Knife Vault? I don't know if that's our plugin or if it's somebody else's. If it's ours, we can probably transfer it over.
It is definitely like, so Tyler was pointing out that we do have, we need more research. So should we just put it as like, analyze like if this is ours or not?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm going to spend time actually doing the issue.
I mean, I think the process is if it's not ours, we close this with a note. If we know where to file it, like not our repo, file it over here. And if it is ours, then we'll dig into it.
If it just goes in Chef, we could just move it. But I mean, that's Bootstrap. I also am unsure where
the Volt is coming from, right?
Right.
Oh, maybe we just do Chef Volt as a gem and we ship Chef Volt. And Chef Volt is the thing that actually has, if I search Chef Volt and get that should be the thing that has the Volt in the plugin. So maybe we can move it here. Sounds good?
Cool.
There we go. Yep, Chef Vault.
All right, so let's move it. Do we move it, or because I don't have the power again, so I'm asking everyone to do it. So, or should we? Yeah, move it is better experience for a user.
Yeah. So if you click transfer issue,
I'm like so blind. I'm sorry.
it's okay. But now the question is will it show up here?
Of course not.
I guess I can't do it. Because maybe Chef Volt is not part of Workstation ecosystem,
Right.
I don't have privileges on this repo, probably. Can you try to do that, Taylor? Or
Yeah, let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, I can move it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what team I am on that is on me to do this, but I'm
Oh, you
sure
are super.
in some.
That looks super yummy, Tyler. I'm just going to say
What?
It does.
that recipe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I haven't made it yet, but I have the chicken marinating, so.
We're talking about food and
So the next triage, we expect a readout on how good it was.
Right, an update. Give a 5-minute review. My food critique. Okay, I just moved that to Chef Volt. I think if you, actually that's fine.
no, I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
The thing is now project. Oh no, but I cannot do anything in this repo. Sorry. So,
I mean, I think it's fine. We're not the ones that triage this repo.
okay. So should I ping Tim?
I would wait.
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
But I'm putting a message thanking the reporter for reporting this issue.
Perfect. I was gonna say maybe something, not just. Whenever you're done, we can just read it. In here, chef update fails when adding include policy after chef install. Oh, but I'm a kid. Yeah. Install incoming page. This error is gonna be forever with us. Is it fixed?
I think this may be fixed in the latest version of Workstation. Regardless, it needs to be transferred to the Chef Cly repo.
Okay.
Because I'm remembering that stack trace they're showing, undefined method bracket for nil class. Let me see if we can find the issue. Oh boy. Okay.
Just a time check. We've got 4 minutes.
Yeah, this should definitely be the last one.
Okay. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this.
I can go, I can handle this post this meeting because I'd like to look up and see that we definitely in the most recent Chef Workstation release fixed an issue that looks very similar to that, undefined method bracket for nil class.
Cool.
Do you want to take it and move it at least? Because I don't even have shift fly as well, so I'm really tight here.
Yeah, will you make a note and to like, if you ping me at some today, we will go figure out how to get you added to the right teams so that you have access to do that. But yeah, I can move it to Chef Cloud.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'm stopped the recording.